Before we start today's video, quick disclaimer that I'm still ill and I may sound different, and trust me when I say that how I sound today is the best I have heard. I was able to speak for the last 4 days, so I'm lucky I even am able to record this video for you, because if I were to speak as I was speaking for the last 3 days, I wouldn't have recorded a video, because it would sound literally horrible. Okay, so going to the video, I want you to acknowledge, I want you to reminisce that last time you thought about quitting something, I don't know, an important habit for example, because you've seen no results. You may be lucky enough not to think in this way, but I believe that unluckily in our community there are a couple of guys that might have thought about it even last week. So you might have thought about leaving the gym because you don't see any results anymore. You've had your noob gains through the first 3 months, and now you've been exercising for the next 6, so you're like 9 months in the gym, and there are almost no results, and you think to yourself, why am I here? Why am I doing this while there are no results? Have you really answer, not in front of me, but in front of yourself? Did you think in this way? If yes, this video is for you, because you have to realize one very important thing. So let's imagine how the situation will go when you keep up the habit for the next 10 years. Do you still think that after 10 years of going to the gym there will be no results? Of course there will be. There will be massive results. You will look way bigger. Like 10 years is the time you need to build a 10 out of 10 body, definitely. I mean, you probably need a couple of years, maybe 5, I don't know. I'm not there yet. When I get there, I'll tell you. But of course that by this time you will look amazing. But think of what will happen with you through those 10 years when you stop going to the gym, and let's say for example that you stop exercising because of that. Do you think that you will still look nice, adapted? I guess that throughout the first year, maybe shorter, you'd lose your muscle and you'd start to put on body fat. And throughout those 10 years, you'd put, I don't know, maybe even 10 kilos of body fat just by living a normal life, so eating normal food that people eat, from time to time treating yourself, drinking alcohol from time to time, no exercising. It's not about the results that are now, and you don't have to, and you shouldn't think about it in a way that I want the results now, because the most important thing is what will happen with you in the future. And in the future you will see the results of compound effect. Compound is like when you keep doing a certain thing, every time you will make slightly bigger results. As it was said in Atomic Habits of James Clear, 1% better every day. So after you do 1% better thing for a whole year, you're 37 times better. So imagine what happens when you do it for 10 years, 15 years. Because let's be honest, success and self-improvement isn't about doing your job until you are 30 and then resting, because there was an illusion I've seen and I believed such belief, but it's not about it. It's not that you will work right now so you will be able to fully rest in the future. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful that the longer you work on yourself and the more work you will put on yourself throughout the whole spectrum of your life, the better life you will have. But one bad thing, that of course has to happen, compound effect works for bad things also. So after you, I don't know, play video games for next 10 years, your mind will be even more messed up because time after time, you will have like no time to come back to reality for enough time, and you will get yourself down the hole that you don't want to go. Also, an important thing is that this compound effect doesn't have to be only about huge things. So going to the gym for a workout is a huge thing. Small thing is making up your bed every night. Not every night, every morning, sorry. Making up your bed every morning. You think that I shouldn't, maybe your mind will tell you that it's not important, but that's the thing. You will implement some discipline training. When your mind tells you that we shouldn't do it every day, we don't have to, and you do it anyway, you get more control over your own brain. And if you do it day after day after day for the next 10 years, even though you didn't feel like making up this bed, you get like massive amount of control over your own mind and over your own thoughts. Even though you've done something like making up your bed for a minute every day. Or for example, you could do some very small dietary change. So I don't know, stop putting sugar into your morning coffee. So 1 spoon of sugar would be, I don't know, 2 grams, so it's not much. But compounded throughout the 10 years, 365 days every year. It's around, I don't know, quick maths, around 3,500 times 2, it's around 7 kilos of sugar, if I've counted it correctly. I think I did. Sorry, quick maths. Around 7 kilos of sugar throughout those 10 years. If you are able to avoid that through such a small compound of not adding your sugar to the coffee, do you think it will not have effect on the future you? Do you think that avoiding 7 kilos of sugar will make no effect on your future you? Of course it will. And that's beautiful, that every small change you implement and maintain, even though you see no results, because while not putting those 2 grams of sugar into your coffee, you won't see a result in a week, month, probably even year or 2, because it's a small thing. But you have to change your beliefs, because you probably believe that most of the results should appear now, at least the part of it, so you are able to maintain it. But when you honestly believe that the compound effect will make its work with time, and you have to trust the process completely, and you put your genuine trust in your actions having benefits for you, but you have to wait, you will be in a way better position than, I think, 95% of the population of people your age. I think that when you implement only a couple of things that will compound through those 10 years, so I don't know, 1 to improve your health, 1 to improve your diet, 1 to improve your physique, 1 to improve your mind. Small things that may take you 1 minute every day. I think that if you maintain them throughout those examples at 10 years, I think that you will be better than 90% of people your age. And of course, be honest with yourself. You will fail couple of days. Let's say couple, but throughout those 3,500 of days around, you will probably fail around maybe even 1,000 days. Maybe it will be 500 days, maybe it will be 300, but you will fail. You will fail to do your daily habits. And the worst thing you can do in this moment is to give up. Is to stop. Why would you stop? Why would you stop? The compound effect will not stop, will not reset with one day. It's a belief that some people have. Maybe because of those videos that timeline video, that the longer you maintain something, you are better. And they are partially true, but they don't tell you that when you fail one day, it's like keeping up the progress. It's removing only small part of progress. Because they tell you that on day 1, something will happen. Day 7, something will happen. Day 21, something will happen. So when you are at day 4, and you miss day 5, and you do day 6, it looks like you are on day 1, but you are not. You have done 5 out of 6 days, and it's great. And with those beliefs, find some habits that are important, short, that you are able to maintain throughout your life, and will help you in niches that you want. So, I don't know. In fitness, you may implement 1 minute of stretching before going to bed. For your mind, you may implement 5 deep breaths every day, or 10 deep breaths every day. For your diet, as I've said, removing sugar from your coffee. Maybe removing milk from your coffee. I don't know. Maybe removing a kind of sauce that you've been using. Anything. Look out for those habits, implement them, patiently trust the process, and go make your way to a better future. So in 10 years, we will be able to see massive results.